But let's talk about the Liberals. Now, Greg Sheridan's had a terrific article. Terry Barnes had a great article in The Spectator about the disarray that the Liberals are in, going through it state by state, federally. The point Greg Sheridan makes is that basically the centre-right has lost its plot or lost its focus. Rita, what did you make of Greg Sheridan's article, and are the Liberals in disarray?
Well, we've been saying this for a good 2 years on this program. This is nothing new. I'm glad you're giving credit.
The rest of the media catches up eventually, Rita. It's always the way.
And you know what, John Howard...
We've got to praise them for catching up.
Thank you. But John Howard said it as well. You need to have some sort of a manifesto. You need to stand for something. And the Liberals at the moment, whether you're talking federally, particularly at state level in states like Victoria, WA, South Australia certainly, they have completely lost sight of what they are as a party, who they represent, what their ideals are. They are just becoming an echo of Labor.
Well, it's the lack of conviction.
Well, I mean, just, you know, and there's some really good stuff in The Australian this week. Troy Bramston had some very good coverage as well. But the point is that they don't actually have any principles that they're willing to stand for and lose an election on and then come back and win on. So think about, like, the GST with John Howard. You know, they lost on that and then they went back to an election and then they won and they implemented it. And that was
conviction.
The last real, he says, the last real economic reform that Australia's had. But look at a state, hang on, just read it. But look at New South Wales. New South Wales is a state that has had supposedly a coalition Liberal government in it for, you know, about a decade now. And what have we got? We've got Dom Perrottet, who was told, we were all told, oh, he's going to be this incredible conservative. Everybody thought, oh, he's so right-wing, he's so this, he's so that. What have we gotten under Dom Perrottet and his predecessors? Well, we've got the most liberal abortion laws in the country. They've passed euthanasia. There's been a war on motorists, speed cameras everywhere, taking away the speed.
Shutting down our coal-fired power stations.
Shutting down coal-fired power stations.
Plastic
bag bans, plastic knife and fork bans, plastic straw bans, Aboriginal flags on the Harbour Bridge. The desecration, essentially, of colonial history everywhere. Every single virtue-signaling thing that you can imagine they have done, because the moderate wing of the Liberal Party has taken control of it. Matt Keane and
Can we
that whole
please
mob.
stop using this word moderate? They are not moderate.
Yes.
They are hardcore lefties. They stand for actually, they're not even lefties.
No, they do stand for something. They stand for green politics.
They stand for green renewables policies. They're in the pocket of the renewables investors. The joke is everyone says, oh, so-and-so's in the pocket of the fossil fuel industry. Oh, look at them all. No, that doesn't happen. Let me tell you, who's in the pocket of who is those so-called moderates in the pocket of the renewables investors, all these hedge fund managers and all the rest of them in the eastern suburbs and elsewhere who've gone and backed renewables to the hilt, and now they're waiting for you, the taxpayer, to subsidise their portfolios so that you pay higher electricity bills in your place out in the western suburbs while they live in the eastern suburbs and they coin it in off their renewables investments. That is what is going on. It's an utter disgrace, and the Liberal Party is infused with these crooks.